Welcome back. Been a while. Busy at work. Real busy at work. So what have I been up to? Well, it's going to rain in a minute. Figured I'd get a shot of the Mustang before I put the top up on it. So yeah, I've been off this week. So I had some fun so far. It's going to rain. I got the lawn all mowed at the shop. I've got a flat tire on the Cub Cadet. I'm gonna have to look into getting a new pair of tires. They're worn, and I probably picked up a thorn or something. So I think I brought you up to date a little bit on the 48 Ford. Let's see, hey, the light's on. Let's just take a look. So I've got the new floor transmission cover in. I also went down. Now I got to weld that in. And what I'll be doing is, let's see, I'll take my buzz saw there and I will. There's quite a bit of meat from the. See where I got the tech screws in right now. So just above that, I will. Well, I'll put another screw in it, and then what I'll do is I'll cut it, and then weld it in, cut it, and weld it in all the way around. This is a piece out of the 49. That's a parts truck down back. It all lines up. I got to fill in the hole. You see there inside the gas pedal, and some other holes, over in the dash. So shorten the shifter. I'm gonna tighten down everything. That's all back in. It's got antifreeze in it. It's not leaking. Working on cold air induction system on it, which will look just about like this when I'm through. And that's where I am on that. Oops. Get that. So the other 66, the rough 66. So I've what have I done? Just to the timing on it. Let's see if it's any better. There we go. I've been sitting for about an hour. It's kind of a neat little truck, even though it's kind of a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I've got a really cool bumper. I'm going to take this off, put that on the 95. This is the headache rack that was on the 95 when I bought it. If you remember that Eddie Bauer edition truck, my son's driving that right now. So I cut the tabs off the bottom that were making it kind of unlevel. It's a homemade jobby, kind of rough, kind of fits the truck. So I cut some 11-inch square tubing. I need 11 inches and then the 2 feet, which is the headache rack on top of that. And that will put the headache rack right about here, right just the top and right here. So on the side here, I got some square tubing over there, small square tubing. I'll line it up and I'll put some gussets here, all three all the way across, and then set that in. But I'll weld these all on. Onto the headache rack before I set it in place. I'll grind this down. It's going to be a little tough welding in there. I'll have to put a piece of metal. Actually, I got some of that fire resistant stuff. I'll throw some in there. Maybe I can put some welds across the back. I also made some mud flat brackets today. I'll have to grind the ends down where I'm going to weld them to the well, I'm having a brain fart today. I'll have to weld them to the brackets for the flat rack. There's some some brackets that go on the frame and come off. I'm going to use those to also hang the flat rack. That way I'm not welding on the frame. I'm welding to the frame that on the flat rack. So this, I shouldn't weld on frames, but I've kind of done it before. But we won't do it this time. So I'll be putting these in. I'll have them all nice and square and level, so when I put them on here, there'll be just a little bit of adjustment. I'm going to leave the fifth wheel on there right now. I can move around the trailer. It's got a really cool bumper down back. I'm going to bring that up. If I can use that, I am going to use it. If not, I've got another bumper I can use that was on a flat rack or 8 foot with a step side. It'd probably work on this okay. Won't be perfect, but it's far from perfect. Motor runs great. So here I'm decided what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to put take the lighting off here, put another stake pocket right here, and then I'll put in the other piece of steel. I don't know what this is, just some flat rod, or excuse me, flat steel. So I'll measure it up and get another piece and I'll square it off. That way if I want to put a little rack on the bottom, I can. Maybe 10 inches, 12 inches up, at least around the back, and I can put something across the back too. That way, it looks all right. The mud flaps, the way that the flat rack sits on there, and the exhaust, I'm going to put the mud flaps back farther. They'll be away from the wheels because the way the exhaust runs. That's that. And I still haven't made it out to DMV to throw this on the road, even though it's insured. So yeah, coming along on the 48 and the 66. Got to tighten the fan up. It's a left-hand thread, and it takes like a 36 millimeter and a wrench, and I've got a 34, so I got to pick a 36 up today at the Harbor Freight specialty wrench place. Cheap tools, good cheap tools. That's where I want to go this afternoon. Okay, little update. What's going on? Still haven't worked on the 52. I've got all the glass for it. I got to put the glass in it. I just haven't had time. Still got to get the valance on the front of that 48. It's still sitting here with the LMC box, all the glass. I'll be getting onto that. Once I get this miserable thing, well, it's running and driving and rolling now, but we want to tighten the fan up, and then this can go out in the other building. I got to bring the box in, and then we'll get that all metal work taken care of on that, and then we'll paint it and put it on here, and that'll be about it for this year for that. It's just going to be a runner driver, and just not the time to tear it all apart and fix every little thing on it this year. So he's getting itchy to drive it. It'll be a lot like the other blue. It'll be a runner driver with aspirations of being not quite a show truck. So yeah, got some ideas for the taillights. I want to see where that bumper lines up on this before I commit to those. I'd like to put some older style here, and probably one backup light. That transmission is out of a 94. It is wired. I just got to get the plug for it for the backup switch. It does work, and then I can put one backup light on it because, just in case you want to back up something at night. Okay. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for subscribing. Trying to get caught up on videos. It has been horrid to get anything done between keeping up the lawns and running many miles for work. And you know how that goes. How do they say that? Blah, 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 blah. It's the story of my life. I think everybody's life. The older I get, the longer it takes me to get anything done. I can actually get one day's work done, complete their day working in my shop, everything I want to do, if I got 3 days to do it. That's the way it's been coming around. Okay, see you soon. Try to shoot another video before the end of the week. We'll see. No promises. You know me.